Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Jim.
And we're back and better than ever, like I always say. And I don't know if we're really better than ever, though.
Well, you're
I always say that, but like, I'm good. Honey, I'm good. She ate.
She ate. Not one crumb left.
She ate, babe. And there's no crumb. Like, I really don't know if I can use that.
Left.
Like, it's cute when a skinny gay says it, like, oh, she ate.
When I'm like,
but when you say it to me, it's like, oh, you're reading me. Like, this is like a real read.
You're like, yeah,
like,
two sides of mac and cheese. Yeah. I ate.
Like, honey, I do. Oh, I could eat a Kraft mac and cheese box, baby.
Honey, I liked when we got pizza and then you had 666. I just saw 666.
Yeah, pizza?
Oh, when we got pizza, but then you had a whole side of like pasta that you ate. I was like,
that was bad.
God bless you. I was like, God bless you.
I was fucked up that night.
That was great.
Oh, no, that's when we went to the Italian Festival.
And
I was so fucked up.
We all were.
I was so.
The Italian Festival will do that. You have like one slice of church pizza.
Honey,
and
once
you're
you go to the bottom basement of that church.
Basement of that church and serve the Lord.
Once you're at bottom at the church. It felt like we were at home. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I feel like this is familiar. The bottom basement of a dark church.
I was always in basement churches.
I kind of wish
like after school care programs.
Yeah, they always had like a weird
random
hallway
shit like that. Like preparing for the musical. Yeah, there's always a weird hall. There's always a creepy hall.
Did you have a Christmas tree where you like picked off things for homeless people?
Oh yeah.
Christ has died.
This is a 5-year-old boy who needs. It's actually like
Superman
so fucking
socks.
sad when you read it. You're like, oh, we're getting them.
But I
socks.
wonder if they said this is a queer kid that needs socks, if they'd buy.
No way.
Fuck my slutty little
this is just a little trans boy who needs hormones. With the Catholic Church, people buy them.
They'd be like,
they need shots of estrogen.
How dare, that's rude. But also, little Timmy just got raped by the priest. But still, these trans kids are.
We gotta stop the trans. The trans agenda.
I think it's so funny because I feel like a trans agenda is about to flip on their ass.
Yeah.
And they don't really give a fuck. I saw a video of a girl at some place and she's like,
citizens of Transmecula. I hate to break it to you, but there are no woke gay agendas. However, after reading the lengthy school board program, it's clear that you want to indoctrinate children. Forcing kids to worship anything that doesn't align with homophobic white Christian nationalist propaganda is textbook indoctrination. This is a nationwide attack created by evangelical extremists to drain your school's resources, holding schools hostage to conform to white cleansing. The current issues you are legislating, banning books, CRT, gender studies, outing trans kids, the flags, goes against the First Amendment, but it's creating a violent atmosphere. Get with the times and embrace diversity. You can ban our flags, you can erase us from textbooks, you can out us to our parents, call us groomers, but like the sun, we will shine. We don't need an agenda for that. But here, in case you needed something for your agenda, for your little cult, here's a physical copy of the police report from your local church's pastor, Tim Thompson's brother, who raped a child under the age of 14 3 times. Is this what you want for your children?
She ate. She fucking ate. Cunt.
She served cunt.
Which I don't. That's another thing.
That's another serving cunt.
I know that we're getting older, and by that I mean I am mostly, but like you are too.
No, no.
But like I don't think we can go around and be like, that's cunt. Like people be like, what the fuck are you?
We can't say that. That's the problem. Yeah.
It's
I just don't know. I don't like it. I'm old. I don't like it. That's
so. What I'm realizing is I have a new coworker. She hasn't seen The Sixth Sense.
Oh no!
And I'm like,
so
do you even know what
our references are leaving?
So I feel like it's like us and like seeing Animal House or like
I never saw it, but everyone in my parents' generation like, you haven't seen Animal.
I'm like Mean Girls.
Too. No, people haven't.
And then people
they don't watch
the young kids they don't get it.
They're like, what? What's it about? Bullying?
They're like, oh, what are cheese fries? We only eat vegan. Vegan cheese fries.
Vegan. They do have vegan cheese.
I know.
No.
I hate these people. Like I hate everybody. Anyway, oh no, I don't. Actually, we were established. I don't. I hate myself.
So you're with this new team, and you really like it at work.
Yeah. Things are going to be better. It's gone.
So everyone is gone, basically.
Left on Friday. I was like kind of sad actually. On Sunday, I was like, well.
Did you ever get to blow him?
No.
You got to find him.
I kind of like.
I think he's the one. Remember last year?
I know.
Like,
he
honey,
was the one. That was
honey,
the secret, babes.
Honey.
I wanted to fuck the fab manager and, well.
The fab manager.
Hot little military boy. But he also has some problems. And also he's a quitter. So, I don't do quitters. Don't quit, bitch. Don't quit when the tough gets, what is it? When the tough gets going, the going gets tough?
Tough Mudder.
Is that, yeah. A tough
when
mudder.
the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Which I don't even understand when I really think of. Oh, so when the tough gets going,
tough,
the tough people get going. Oh, she's high. I have a lot of things.
Same, like sis.
I mean, I do have a lot I wrote down, so we might as well just get
into it, bitch.
Oh my God, I have a new obsession too. I need to talk about AI porn.
How do I find it? I need AI
I'm trying
porn.
to figure it out. I will find it.
Because
they don't do good dicks though. Like they don't, like I was doing a couple of different.
How do I find that?
I was like all over. Like I was trying to, they don't make good dicks though. It's like, you'll see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like you can.
Okay.
AI yourself. You can. So anyway, that's something I'm into. But let's do the voicemail.
The reason I need to hear about it though, is because.
Well, I have something to say about that too. Because if you think about it,
yeah,
AI porn, you can put in what you want.
No, this is what I read last night. An article that they can make deep fakes, so you can send in pictures, even body, torso, faces of other people. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And then they can make a video out of that. A video.
Girl.
And I'm like, how did they obviously did not publish the sites that do this because they don't want to like broadcast.
So I found one and I'm on a wait list.
I need to fucking get on it.
Like I was like
now.
I mean, I typed in like frat boys coming on a bear.
No.
And it came out, but like the penises were like ugly. Like they don't know how to do penises.
Okay.
Like they're working on that algorithm. Like they need more dicks to be seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Voicemail lined up and ready.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I keep distracting
I've been busy.
Literally.
With my daughter being a bitch.
She has been.
She's hurt. I don't even know where to start. Here we go. Time for Thatcher moment.
Cute boys, mayday, mayday, earth to cute boys. Okay, this topic is making me fucking unwell.
Not well.
I need your guys' opinion and your thoughts. Okay, so in a relationship, how do you feel about going through someone's phone? Okay, if you go through someone's phone, that makes you a douchebag. But if the other person doesn't want you to go through their phone, then that makes them like sneaky. So like, what are your thoughts on that? If you're dating somebody and you're like, let me go through your phone, and they got super defensive, and wouldn't like,
so we got the point.
Well, it's a minute long, and I just feel like
that's literally the question.
Then he like,
hi, cute boys. I know I'm like saturating it the fuck up in your voicemails right now, but I have another unwell question for you.
Well,
are there more wheels or doors in this world, counting all wheels and all doors? And debate, go.
Okay, so we have two things to address. Number one, I think going through someone's phone is shows that you have no trust factor, and even if you trust, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters because anybody can do anything at any time, and that's legit in real life. So go through it or don't. You're just gonna find out probably what you don't want to. So you might as well just.
Well, literally, that's what happened, Matt.
That's what happened to my mom and dad.
Yeah. Like Matt knows, you know, the motivation behind going through the phone is totally valid and reasonable. Like,
but I also think it's kind of shady.
No, it is. Let me get there, bitch.
Okay, sorry.
No, like I think the reason behind going through someone else's phone is that you don't trust them and you want to find out what's going on for the truth for yourself. But then like the bigger problem is that you don't trust that person.
So it's never gonna work.
And so it doesn't help you because you might find things in there that don't make full sense or paint the complete picture. You might read a message that you're like, wow, so that means wait. But you're not there with the other person to ask them.
Yeah, that's
so you're just like reading messages and you think you have a full picture, but you don't.
You don't know the context.
Right. And so I think, the bigger problem is lack of trust. So you should be able to ask your partner anything and everything like, hey, when you text that person, do you talk about me? What do you talk about?
If you feel like you need to check your partner's phone,
right?
There's a bigger issue. There's not a communication factor.
Issue.
Because again, anything can happen at any time. It doesn't matter. But like, if you can't live a life without thinking about their phone,
right? Like, why are you worried about it?
You gotta get busy. You need to get busy on your phone.
Like, why are you worried about your partner's phone? Like, oh no, they're texting who?
Oh no, they're texting somebody for some dick pics.
So they're gonna leave. Okay, dick pic. Or
also, if they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave.
Right. Like them hiding it in a text.
This is where I'm at.
Yeah.
In my real life right now, I'm at whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, and I can't really do anything about anything. Yeah, anything though. Anything. A plane could fall on my fucking head right now. Wouldn't that be way to go? We are not
Donnie Darko.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second question was doors or wheels? Wheels.
I feel like wheels too, but then wait.
But
here's the problem. If you have a 4-door car, the wheels and the doors cancel out. But if you have a 2-door car, there's more wheels. But then in our house, there's a lot of things without any wheels, and there's all these doors.
But also, what is
Does
a wheel?
Does a mouse wheel count?
Right, like what is a wheel?
So there are more wheels.
Is there a sprocket? Is a sprocket a wheel?
What's a sprocket?
Like the little like notched things that turn, and they turn like machinery, like think of a watch.
Okay, that seems kind of...
Is that a wheel?
I think a wheel has to be smooth.
What about a windmill? Or wait, what's a wheel?
What's a wheel?
No, it's the water wheel thing.
Oh yeah, that seems kind of like a wheel.
Or are we talking like...
Are there a lot of water wheels around anymore?
I don't think so. What are those called though? They're called...
You're like...
I'm a little house on the prairie.
I'm like, what?
I'm having a like vivid
It's like
thought.
a mill wheel. Like for a mill. A water mill or paper
a water
mill.
Yeah. We had one on the way to the elementary school every day. We'd pass over a creek and had one of those. We were like, oh my God.
I love those. As a kid too. They're just cool because you're like, oh, that's like
it's mysterious.
Early human power. Like they turned water moving into power.
I still like, I'm not going to make fun or not make fun, but I just really don't know how energy truly works. Like, I understand like, but like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, how does it actually work? How is this powered up? Like, I know it's powered by energy, but what is energy? Okay, I think I'm not
actually a fan
of energy. You're not a fan of energy.
Do you understand what I'm trying to ask? Yeah. Like, how does it work?
So the power of electrons moving is what creates electricity.
Electrons.
So the electrons are coming out of the wall into here. You're like pulling them out.
I still don't really get it.
But to generate the electrons, you have to like turn giant wheels to like generate electricity. And I think it's by like creating friction and...
It's so bizarre, but it makes sense.
Yeah, like it has to turn a wheel to
so
like
why don't we
generate
have like wheels in the ocean?
We do. Oh yeah. Actually though, they do have some of that.
Oh, they're killing the whales.
No, they're like in the tidal zones and they're horizontal facing. They're like parallel to the shore.
And it just goes.
And so these turn if this is the shore and they're turning this way.
Yeah.
And then when the waves, So that they do have that.
I feel like that's the. I feel like we need to figure out our ocean.
It's not common. Yeah, we need to figure out the ocean.
We're running out of water though in places like in the like we need to make sure we can use the water in the ocean.
South Africa and Afghanistan and
such as maps. Do we want to talk about
the Amish?
Yeah, we can talk about
like, what about the Amish and no power?
First of all, can you imagine their pubic hair? That's all I think of when I think of Amish.
Of giant
that like curl,
shears. Giant sheep shears.
Do you know like when it's so long it like curls forward? And it's
I hate that. Ew.
So,
that's sick.
So I hope you enjoyed your Amish pubic
And from a lot of the guys that I'm seeing on Naked Attraction, some of the Amish pubic hair would completely hide whatever's down there. I'm talking like find the needle in the haystack. Like you could not find the dick.
I saw one guy that literally had...
It was just bush.
I saw one guy that was no dick, basically. He was chubbier.
Well, yeah, but that plus hair, it's over.
And he was ugly as fuck. A lot of them are really ugly. I'm not. Sorry,
honestly,
I'm not trying
Naked
to be rude.
Attraction
like,
is like.
Can we get a hot
sometimes
version?
Sometimes they go up and it's like, oh,
you're like, wow,
it's even
he's
worse.
hot, and then you're like I'm like, oh.
This goes back to my theory that you either have face or body.
Work.
I do not find people that have both. Well, actually, three things. I think you have 2 or 3. I think there's face, body, personality, and
so
you have to have
2 of the 3?
You only get 2. You only get 2. I've met a lot of really hot face and bodies, and then they have 0 personality.
It's true.
They're
it's
not
actually
interested.
true.
You're talking, and you're like, I don't care about anything you're saying.
No, like literally,
you're okay
so
to look
boring.
at, but like,
don't you love that? I think that's the funniest thing in the world.
I'm like, right,
You're like, oh my God, you're so funny.
Did you want to take your shirt off?
Like the smart people who maybe aren't as good looking are the ones that are actually like playing your good looking ass because you're stupid.
I would say we have face and personality.
If you have face and personality, you can pull anything.
Yep.
I don't think you can pull anything with your
without
body.
Personality, you can't.
You can pull it, but they're not going to take you serious. They're just fucking you.
Yeah, and you're like a model for a brief time. Where
you're like that moment for them, and they're like, bye.
Well, this is like an ex. Like, you're kind of hot for the moment, but in like 10 years, do you have any personality, or did you get anywhere in life, or did you just kind of pretend you were hot?
Still,
you know how we see all these people petering out? I would say they're like 40 to 50 here in Columbus. They were always the hot ones here in Columbus.
They just kind of fade.
But they didn't go anywhere in life. They never left. They're just going out to the same bars and clubs.
And they're rough looking now.
They're
ragged. They're
they are
worn
ragged.
hard, or rode hard and put up wet, if you will.
Yes.
They're little rats, if
so
you
that's
will.
my theory. Little rats.
I like the 2 out of 3, though. I really think that's actually a true statement. Like, you're either...
Everyone you know in your life, like, think what 2 of the 3 they have. If you know someone with 3 of 3...
Let us know.
Let me know.
I mean, I know that. Okay, but here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Standards are also kind of a factor. So, technically, my body is a good bear body.
Literally.
My face is a good face. Typically,
you have all 3 in the right crowd.
I kind of and so do you, and so does so and so. Everybody has their right 3 in the right crowd. You just got to find that crowd. Some of us haven't discovered who we are. Some of us don't know.
No, a lot of people don't know their crowd.
I'm lucky that
they're friends with all the wrong people.
Yeah, they're in the twink crowd, and it's like, babe, you're a goth.
You're
honey.
done. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Crowd.
Anyway, so okay, so before we get into like the meat of our episode, do we want to just talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah. It's been rough.
It's been rough
a little heavy.
in the world.
And this kind of bleeds into what my story is anyways. So basically we saw Hamas kind of break out of Gaza, go around southern Israel. They killed like 1,400 people, took hostages. Like, it was a lot. Like, if you think about in the U.S., if that happened, that would be like, wait, what? 1,400?
I know.
It's a lot of people.
I know.
And, you know, they killed families in their safe rooms, which you have to wonder why you need a safe room in the first place, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, took grandmas as hostages. So awful, like obviously terrible. But then you started hearing stories that weren't even true from that situation, like babies being beheaded, which our president repeated this story and it's not true. There's no evidence. The Israeli military said it didn't happen. But it's funny how all these little stories came out making what did happen that was bad seem way worse.
Right.
And then you hear Israeli officials saying Palestinians are all animals and we have to clean them out and clear them out of Gaza. And now, for the past week, we've been dealing with constant bombings, as many bombs dropped in 1 week in Gaza as America, dropped in 1 year in Afghanistan. That's how many bombs, over 6,000 in 1 week.
No water,
and
food,
they have complete control of electricity, water, fuel. They cut it all off. Then they tell people in the north, you have 24 hours to leave. That's 1.1 million people. Over half of them are children.
Yeah, half are children.
And how do you expect everyone to leave when you've been bombing them? So some of them are on backup generator ventilators in a hospital. They can't fucking leave when your baby's on a ventilator.
So then you died in the hospital today because they bombed 500 people today.
Then Israel bombs a hospital today, 500 people.
I want to say
500 at once.
I don't know.
So it's like something horrible happened, and then the government of Israel wants to use that as an excuse to carry out genocide. Mm-hmm. That's really what's happening.
There's a
simple.
So
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, both sides have been affected. Okay, but like, there's one side that literally is writing this narrative because they have the money and the resources, and the others that are just being pushed out. It reminds me of if I was trying to think of like,
similarities.
The way they're treating Palestinians, it'd be like if the Crips and the Bloods or something, like all the gangs here, decided they were going to go to Canada and like do something massive, and then Canada's bombing all of us.
Literally.
That's what it is.
No, that's what I think about, because there's like over there's 2 million people in Gaza. That would be like if there were like, maybe even like 200. What if there's 2,000 terrorists in Columbus?
That's 1% of the whole.
Right.
But you're going to bomb
all of Columbus because
that's the problem I have.
That's what's happening.
That's the problem I have. Oh, also, and half of them are under 18.
Collective punishment, and it's a war crime actually. So Israel's carrying out war crimes and genocide.
I just don't like why we have a hard on for Israel.
I know.
Like, I don't care.
People are asking
either
me,
way.
What do they provide for us? I'm like, absolutely nothing.
Nothing. We give them.
They provide nothing.
Oh, but now they have a laser dome.
Yeah. We give
all
them
of a sudden we have like lasers.
$3 billion a year for what? People are like, well, they're the only democracy in the Middle East. Like, what
Who
democracy?
Cares?
First of all, their prime minister is a convicted criminal. Netanyahu, he propped up Hamas. He is quoted as saying that we need Hamas around to justify what we're going to do.
Right. He's
always supported Hamas.
It's a scapegoat for Israel to be able to do whatever the fuck
they want. And so that it's not really democracy. He also just got rid of the Supreme Court's power to review laws that pass their parliament.
It's so stupid.
So it's like they're not really a democracy, just like we're not really.
No,
and so so we're not really benefiting from Israel.
Nobody's been anything from any of this.
No,
like, what are we doing?
We don't need to give them $3 billion. We don't need to give them $3 billion a year. You know,
because it's gonna backfire eventually anyway. So they're like the number 4 military in the world.
Literally, because we pay for it.
But it's like
we've given over $140 billion since their founding. Like we give so much.
Is it all
money.
just because it's Holy Land?
Before Ukraine, they were our number 1 recipient of foreign aid. Israel. Like what the fuck?
Why? But everybody bitches about Ukraine, but then it's like, well, why are we giving Israel?
Well, do you know we've been doing this for Israel all along?
But like, why?
Right.
I really want to know why. Like, tell me where my money's going, bitch.
I think it's because America is as evil as we expect. I think America was also founded on genocide. Look what we did to Native American. We went around populations. We put them into camps, reservations, kept them there. Anyone who tried to break out or fight back or keep their land was killed, just killed. And then we took their children and we put them into schools to teach the savages how to become human and civilized. So we did this, not too long ago.
We really didn't.
And instead of like learning a lesson from that and saying this is wrong, we're letting Israel continue to do it.
And that's on the basis of like religion too, right? I mean, that's like
partly
religious situation.
Yeah. So the thing about it not being full religion is because there are Palestinian Jews and Palestinian Christians who are also being bombed and killed and attacked by all these crazy Israelis. They're not all crazy though. Here's the good thing. Even some of the people who were killed by Hamas in that attack in southern Israel, their family members are coming forward and like they were peace activists. Like our family member, my brother who died, was a peace activist. He would not want to see collective punishment on Gaza. He would call on the government to stop bombing Gaza. That's what like multiple family members of people killed. That's the whole problem with
everything
so
though. It's like
these people who died wouldn't even want what Israel's government is doing, but they're doing it to, revenge them and to, it's like...
They're really doing it to clear them out.
But there's so many. Just 2 days ago, a bunch of Jews were blockading the White House, and they sat down, held ceasefire signs, and say Jews do not support this. Every entrance. That was all Jewish led. That's why it's like it's not really religion. It's not Judaism. It's Zionism. It's the like, Zionist political crazy movement in Israel. But even in Israel, there are so many Jews who are like, this is not in our name. We do not support this. And they're here in the States too. So it's really like we're fighting this government power, this evil political entity of Zionism is what we're up against. But we're not against Jews, and even Palestinians know that. That's what my best friend Sabrine, who will come on and
which we want to. What I was going to say is we're going to have an episode that we're going to try to dedicate to just understanding this because I've learned so much just talking to you.
Right,
I had no idea half the shit that was happening happens.
I know,
and she's firsthand. Has people there.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
Yeah, like she lived there. They were telling me stories. So I went to Sabrine's Palestinian family, her aunt and uncle in New Jersey this past week, and that's where I was. Yep. And went to a Broadway show, which I'll talk about.
Oh.
But yeah, so like I'm in this Palestinian home while their people are being bombed.
That's interesting.
Over and over and over and over again. Nonstop news alerts, and it's like I'm watching them. I'm like, this is so fucking crazy. And we live in a country that's helping to pay for these bombs.
And we're like, oh my God, let's go to the bar.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not it, guys. And people are like, well, I don't know anything about that. It's like, well, it's your duty to learn.
Oh, and that's
like you ask questions, you read. Everyone should be doing that.
Like if I have an opinion, I also want to ask.
Yeah.
I need to be able to answer why I have that opinion. And so a lot of things like I don't understand. So I'm going to be like, yeah, Israel, when I don't know. I don't really know.
This is
and
what
they don't
hear.
teach us because they don't want us to know.
This phrase, I stand with Israel, is such an empty, meaningless phrase. And then people are saying that like, stand with Israel. What does that mean? You mean you support bombing innocent children and killing
That's what
children?
That's what I just don't understand.
You didn't a week ago when Hamas was doing it, but now... Stand with Israel means they can bomb and kill children. 500.
Again, look at it like it's if one of our most predominant gangs went over to Canada and fucked them up a little bit, and then they just, now the whole country's like, bye, you're going to blow up the whole entire United States because of that.
Literally.
And all of us in here are like, wait, we're not doing anything wrong. Like we literally just like want to live life. So.
Yeah, like we don't support them. And Sabrine said that Palestinians don't really support Hamas because they're ultra religious, and Palestinians as a whole are not religious.
I feel like they're actually like a really smart.
They're Muslim, but like women don't cover their hair in the West Bank.
Yeah, they're almost like
they go
very
to school,
liberal.
They get higher education degrees and work. Women, have jobs.
Yeah.
Like they're not ultra religious like Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that. So they don't. Palestinians.
Is that why they don't let them
Hamas.
in? Is that why they don't let people go in? Because these countries around them don't let them come in either. So they're like trapped.
That can definitely be part of it. Yeah, but it's also like the Palestinians know if they leave, Israel does not let them back. And so they're basically surrendering their ancestral
saying,
homeland. Their ancestral homeland.
My.
Israel just builds houses on it and be like, well, now we have Jews living there, so you can't come back.
I don't understand.
Israel is just
I actually don't understand, especially since I'm not going to bring it up, but after the Holocaust, you're going to basically do the same thing that somebody did to you. So I'm sort of confused.
That's exactly what it is.
I'm very confused.
They came from Europe because Europe was like, we don't want to deal with these fucking Jews. Yeah, they're like, we don't want to deal with all these Jews. Like, the Jews could have gone back to their apartments and their homes that Germany stole. Poland, all these places stole their homes.
We're going to go to Israel.
Nope.
We're going to make
Europeans were like, get out of here, go.
So see, this is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to really do my rearsearch because I feel like even if it's a special episode, like I need people to hear the like truth and also like the facts because is there stuff happening on both sides that's not good? Yes. Is there stuff on both sides that is good? Yes. But like, what is that and how and what does it mean and why?
Exactly.
So we're gonna figure that out.
Yes.
So
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's really something we got to figure out because we're so uneducated. It's stupid.
No, we are,
and it's not even our fault. Like we were not taught.
No, we were not taught any of it. You were not allowed to talk about this. We were not allowed to talk about this.
This is so weird
because it was like. It's like George Bush said, you either stand with America or you're with the terrorists. It's like you either stand with Israel or you support Hamas. That's not true. Like we support Palestinians.
Yeah, we support the people who are literally being bombed for no reason.
Right.
Hi. Oh, we're going to bomb a hospital. That to me, that's
is
beyond.
Next level bullshit.
That is like war crimes, but.
Yeah. So I got to go to New York City this weekend.
How was New York?
It was so fun. Sabrine's aunt and uncle and their kids. Like they live in
they call each other aunt and uncles, like auntie and
Halto and Halo. Halto is like the word, so I call her Halto as the aunt. Basically, she won't let you not eat. She constantly cooks. Constantly.
So are you now?
All homemade.
Is this Ozempic?
Thank God. No, I timed it well. I was not on it while I was there because I was eating rice.
Like, oh no!
Delicious seafood. I mean, they were making sauces, salads. I'm like, she's baked. She made bread one day. I mean, it's like she's crazy. She ate. Not a crumb left. And she always wants you to pack things to like if you're going somewhere. She's like, take one of these. Yes.
Oh, I love people like that.
As soon as she wakes up, she wants me. So I'm sitting there like fairly drunk. And it's like 11 p.m. And I'm like, I thought she was asleep. And she's like, what do you want for food? What do you want me to make? And I'm like, nothing. You don't have to make anything. We have 5 different leftovers in front of us. Like we're eating already. Oh. She's like, what do you want me to make though? I'm like, nothing. But their house is like a northeastern house. So the town they live in called Westfield, New Jersey is where the Addams family came from. Oh. So I went to this Addams family festival on Sunday, which was so cool in the town. Like, wow, girl. Every window is like painted with pictures and like it was so cute. And there's like a pet costume parade. So all these dogs are parading around.
That's so fun.
It's Northeast.
I love the
Northeast is
honestly,
like, you're like, wow.
A lot of hot bros there too.
So many hot bros.
Like that, like
lacrosse is
that,
big.
Like, yeah, that like Midwest, like or not Midwest, that Northeast.
It
like,
has that feel still, like kind of, but
it's like a Southern Midwesterner in my opinion. But it's like they're not. It's like the Southern frat guy with a Midwest vibe.
Yep.
But a little edge too. We like a little edge.
It's so good. Edge. We love edging.
So how was New York in general though? Like,
okay, so then we took a train into New York to see the show because we were going to a show and I was like, why don't we have trains? First of all, it was like 50 minutes to get from this place in New Jersey and into town for $9 instead of $45 Uber.
Oh, instead of parking
$45
for $20.
Uber, parking's $20 minimum.
Yep, $25 last night to park for hockey. Yeah,
20 in Columbus.
25. You know where we park for Jinx?
Yeah.
In my old apartment,
they
charged $25 to park there on game nights. I was like, well, we're here now. So $25 fucking dollars, and they lost for nothing. Okay. They didn't even score a goddamn goal. I'm like, we spent.
Oh, that's so bad.
But anyway.
So we take the ride into the city, then we go to the show, and Harry Potter was in it. It was so good.
Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh,
he was
hot.
in the musical. Yeah. Let me show you.
He's hot to me.
Honey. Miss Honey.
Miss Girl.
So we were in the second row. That's him.
Oh my God, that's wild.
And that's Jonathan Groff, who was actually really hot and had like a giant ass. Oh. Like, I'm telling you, honey. So it was a musical it's called Merrily We Roll Along, and it's about 3 friends, and they start at their worst moment when they're all totally broken apart, and it goes back in time to when things were better between them. And so it shows like snapshots of time where they're like 5 years before, and then it's like
Do they all have to sing? Is that the whole thing of Broadway?
They talk. No, so musicals, yeah, there's a lot of song and music.
Right.
But in this, there's also just speaking. Because it's like,
I like
it's a
the
mixture.
speaking.
Same. No, but this musical, I'm telling you, I think on Broadway, you can understand the words. So like even when they were singing, I could understand the words. Whereas Wicked here in Columbus, I was like, what are they saying? What are they fucking saying? Or Hairspray. I was like, there's like 15 people singing and they're all terrible. Like... But anyway, so the show was great.
It's called Off Broadway.
Yeah. And then we went to dinner and we went to a club. The club was interesting.
What club?
It's called Somewhere Nowhere. And like, they're like, it's a $200 minimum. I'm like, okay, like that's fine. So we're like, can we go up now? Like this doorman was being like a dumbass.
We're like, hi, we'll spend the money probably.
Literally, I was
drinking
like,
in New York State's $20 anyway.
Right.
So,
I was like, well, that's like 4 drinks. I'm like, it's like, I don't understand like why 200, but... So we get up there and it's just like EDM, but like Sabrine's cousin said, that's how all the clubs are. Like it's mostly like house music. And I'm just like,
they have, so in New York City, apparently there's
these
like
clubs are boring. Maybe.
But they have like house techno. They have all these different places. There's like scenes.
Well, we were in Midtown. Like it was like, because we were by like Penn Station area in Madison Square
Right. I know
Garden.
exactly. Yeah. Were you could have,
we walked to Times Square and we walked to the theater from our place for 20 minutes, 20-minute walk. I know.
You could have seen Miz.
What? Is this real? Where is he? Oh, yeah, just up further up.
Yeah.
But did we want to?
I don't know. That was a personal choice.
I didn't even think about it, actually.
Well, you're busy.
Yeah, like I literally didn't.
You probably don't want to do it. It's fine.
And yeah, and that too.
It's fine.
So yeah, so that was my quick trip.
So New York,
really
did you like it again this time? Like, was it different to just jump in and out, or like?
So because we left the next morning by train. We were like, get out. I realized, and Sabrina did too, that we're maybe too old to pretend like we could live in New York anymore. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at now. We're too old to pretend
because your house
that we could just do. This is your this is your studio, or this is your family room in a 1-bedroom, or this is your bedroom.
This is actually your apartment.
Yeah,
actually, this is your apartment. There's your fridge.
$3,000 a month. That's where I'm like, a studio is now like $2,500 a month. What? So it's your mortgage, but it's a studio.
Sometimes I don't get it,
and I don't. But that's what I'm saying is like,
is there asbestos in these walls?
I think a lot.
I feel like every wall has rats in it.
No, it felt dirty. Like we were walking around and we're just
it does feel dirty even after you shower.
So Sunday morning, especially, we were like, look at the sidewalks. People are just puking, leaving pasta, pizza, pooping,
pissing
on the sidewalks.
It's trash.
It's really weird.
It's a great big city, but like honestly, again, this is where I think I'm being older. I'd rather have a nice RV and go to a campsite with a good, beautiful view of mountains and not say a goddamn word.
And see the stars and hear the bugs and the birds. Like
the birds and the bees. Oh, I want to feel the bird.
I want to fucking bird.
I want to bead.
Yeah, apparently I'm too old now.
Well, I mean, at least you learn something new every time.
Is it bad? I think that everyone living there is lying to themselves that it's great.
So I think there's like 20 people that make it, and the rest are all like just chasing dreams.
I think the people that make it is great because you have a car service and a driver to pick you up and take you places.
Why are you spending that much money to live there? You could just fly in
there. I know.
You could have a house in Ohio you could have a triple the size house. You could have triple the money. But no, I'm gonna live in New York City.
No traffic.
Why? Can you imagine the water system? I mean, they think Flint's bad, babe. When they crack into New York City,
they're like, these pipes were here in 1820.
Yeah, hi, you're drinking 1820 pipe water, with rats that probably. I can't. Nope. So hopefully you're enjoying New York if you live there, or you like gay propaganda. He's like, yeah, New York. I'm like, bitch.
Oh, it's so
people
great.
Like that. They're
if
there,
you have to move there and immediately start an OnlyFans just to get clout to live there, like
just to afford
it's probably not that great. No, well, honestly.
Well, I know it's like
no shade thrown, but
I don't know really what you do for a living, but I just.
Hey, it's giving barista.
Work. Oh, pussy cunt. It's like okay. So I have a few things that I wrote.
Dirty freak.
I'm a daddy now.
Really?
Yeah, so I changed my profile on Sniffies for fun. And I say, I'm a bear daddy. I say something about bear daddy. I can't tell you how many young, hot 24-year-olds plus wrote me and were like, hey, daddy. And I'm being fully transparent that I am a beefy daddy. I'm not a little like scrawny dad. And they are all, I mean, I'm talking like hot men.
I need to see.
I sent some to you.
Oh yeah, that one is like really. You need to meet up with them.
I know that's the thing. It's always a game, and then I'm like,
that's a come and dump. Like,
I know. I just am not sure. I mean, I don't know. I just got to get. It's like this Sniffies situation reminds me of Craigslist. This is like my old Craigslist days.
I can tell because you're like random just dick or just, and you're just like, yep.
On Craigslist, people used to post a picture of their dick and say, straight curious for jerk off. So you'd see the dick first. So I'd be like, I like that dick. Same with Sniffies.
Oh my God.
It's even better.
So it's like Grindr, but worse.
Oh, it's like Grindr, but like we're not fucking around. Like,
okay, so it's
here's
even
my
more
cock
sexual,
or my asshole.
Yeah.
No, it's literally all sexual. But it's like also like
I love that.
It's also like discreet and like discreet and like walk-ins and like
what walk-ins?
Some people have like glory holes up. I'm like, oh my.
Oh, I would do that.
Somebody sent me I don't know what he sent me, but it was like it was all dicks in this glory hole. I need to show you that.
Yeah, I need to see that. Yes,
but yeah, so I think it's really funny that all of a sudden I'm a daddy though.
You are. I feel like you've been harboring that energy for a while.
I'm just now finally.
But you're now at the official age. Actually, you're not, though. You're not 40 even.
I know, but 39's enough.
I think it's close enough that people are like, he's 40.
God.
This is interesting. So now,
how's the day, daddy?
This is really opening up a whole new world. There could be twinks everywhere.
Sup?
Let me see.
I get a lot of this.
So that's not really my style.
10.5 cut. Oh, my God.
Nope.
I love a beefy, attractive bear.
Okay. There you have it.
Horny. I can't find the picture, but these are all people from Columbus. Like some are gross, but some are
good. Like
there's a lot of thick cock.
Normal.
There's a lot of thick cock, like thick.
I like this.
It's normal, nice cocks.
So I just come up and do this.
So he wants people to go to his glory hole, and it's like up the street. So you just walk up, put your dick in a hole, and let him suck it, and he'll probably take a picture and put it on his website.
Cool.
But you don't see your face, so nobody knows it's your
I want to
cock.
find out. Okay, that's cool.
But I'm embracing daddy. I think it's time. I think I give that energy. I'm older.
You'd like to slap around a boy sometimes when they misbehave.
If I'm going to top, that's the only way I really want to top is like if I'm in full dominating control. If you're going to top me, I need to feel like I'm like going to get beat.
I'm trying to decide. I don't know. There are certain people that would bring out, that would bring that out.
Yeah, because like I'm both. I could do anything.
Yeah.
I'm more of like
if you're like a tiny little twink and you're younger than me, you're getting dominated.
Right. Like if I can.
Sorry.
Yeah. If I can.
Okay, good. It's not.
Oh my God. Okay, so I also wrote down cringe indoctrinated 25-year-old preachers brainwashed.
Students, it's middle-aged Pastor Mark, and Wednesday nights are officially back in session. So pumped to have you guys back in the annex this fall. Hey, real quick, who had a great summer? I know I did, right? I put a ring on it. Thank you guys so much for your kind words. I took Mary Kate from my smoking hot fiance, turned her into my smoking hot wife, right? Real quick, a lot of you have expressed concerns about her being a student when I started my tenure as youth pastor here at Bethel Mosaic Baptist Assembly of God. So if we could just sweep that under the rug now that we're actually married, that'd be so great. Thank you guys so much. So tonight, we're talking about purity. We got pizza in the back. Let's get after it, students. What?
I watched this thing on who's the guy that Justin Bieber went to the church? Hillsong or something, or yeah, it's like Hillsong or Hill.
Justin Bieber went to a church.
Yeah, and it was like this preacher that was like popular, and then he found out that he was cheating on his wife and all this shit. Well, he came out with this documentary, like he's in it, and he's talking about how he made mistakes and everything, and that's fine, but how shitty the church is, and how they like literally like dropped him like a bag of fucking hot coals and were like, fuck you to them. Like literally like, this is my family. He's like telling them all the mistakes he made because he's like, I'm a godly person. And he did make mistakes, but like, okay. And they were like, you can no longer be at this church and all this stuff. So he's like going through it, but like I'm watching, they were talking about these young preachers who, so imagine like, have you ever like watched any of these preachers where they're like, kids, the Lord? It's like the way they talk is very like
groomy.
Yes. Like very like
kids, you always behave. You always listen to what your pastors and elders say.
Jesus wouldn't smoke pot. They like try to be cool with the kids, but it comes off as very rapey to me. I'm sorry, I use the word, but it's like groomery, rapey, like very like I'm gonna touch
These
you.
Pastors are creepy,
and a lot of them actually get in trouble for like, doing the like that whole like
I bless you.
No, like Tommy, you know God loves you.
Tommy, when you're touching yourself at night, does it get hard?
Yeah, like.
Now, when it gets hard, do you keep stroking? That's wrong.
That's wrong. And Jesus will love you. And you're like, oh, and they're like rubbing them. And it's like, oh, no. Like, okay, I'm sure there's people with good intentions, but it just comes off as really groomy. And so then these same people are like
You're the groomers.
Right. And you're like telling me that we're grooming. And so I'm just sort of very confused.
So they just dropped him because he cheated on his wife?
So they dropped him because he cheated, and then they found he cheated even more.
Forgiveness or something.
Right.
I thought Christianity was like, you've sinned, you're forgiven, you go to heaven.
Right. I mean, these people were like, he actually was a really good speaker. Like I was listening, I was like, I could be suckered into this like easily.
Oh, I know. Especially if he's hot.
I mean, he was hot.
Okay, then yeah.
And he's just like the way he would talk about it. There was something about it that like made me cringe.
I hope there are sex tapes that got leaked.
He's kind of hot. He's gotten chubby though since, because I think he's depressed. But he has like tattoos and like,
oh no,
he's one of those. It's like, I'm a cool preacher. It's like, did you fuck any? And I guess apparently, yeah. Anyway, so I wrote that down. So
he's like, she was 17. She was almost legal.
In Genesis 1:1, Jesus brought down 17-year-olds. It's like, oh no, like this is, you're just gonna make up the shit you want. Okay. So that's something else I wrote down.
I love that.
I then got into even more cringe for me, and I thought about something.
Findom?
We didn't have a whole episode on that, honestly.
I know. I want to get beaten up.
Family reunions are cringe.
Yeah.
I
had to go to the mall all the fucking time.
So I remember, so I'm gonna read what I wrote. I remember meeting my dad's gay cousin and his partner, and we all were like giggly about them. But I really wanted to talk to them, but I didn't. And then
Bobbert.
And then I put in here, hate when everyone acts like the oldest person in the room is still really with it when they can barely say a word. Cringe. Like when you're like, Grandma, oh my God, this is so fun, isn't it? She's like,
Billy.
She has no idea where she's at, and they're like, she's having such a good time, and it's like, oh God,
I know.
I just think family reunions are fucking creepy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why do I want to be there?
Well, something about you. Like when my mom's side is huge. My dad's side is too, but they never had. But my mom's side had reunions at least once a year. So I would be seeing like my great grandparents, my great aunt, my grand uncle. We were once a year.
So that was just like vacation.
So we saw a lot. So I would go, and it's all these aunts and uncles that you're like, who are you again?
Wait, you're my mom's cousin's husband?
And you're like,
okay.
You're a kid. You don't care. Even when I was 12, I was like,
and we don't like the second cousins.
And you can tell which ones are weird,
You don't want the second cousins.
No, the second cousins are
because they're on a clique, and you're on a clique, and you're like, ew. Like,
the second cousins suck.
I don't like a second cousin.
I think mine were all like drug addicted or something.
I think that they do.
They literally were
fall
weird.
off the wagon from your own, but then you're their second cousin.
And I'm like,
so then like, so you're the same way when you're blacked out at the family reunion. Like, oh my God, I'm glad I wasn't able to drink when I go to family reunions because I think I'd be in big trouble.
I've definitely gotten stared at for having too many beers at like a Christmas party before.
Get over it.
Or like
I'm so
my
tired
sister
of
started crying. We're that family, and my family is that family that gets a little too much fun. And like,
they're like, okay, we got
like my one sister threw up in the backseat of our van on the way home from a wedding for my cousin.
Wow!
And my dad we prevented my dad from knowing about it the whole way home.
I think we just talked about this.
Yep, it happens.
So that was from
that's our family. But like, okay, the other problem for me is I'm seeing a lot of this. If your family member, your older family member is demented or something, just fucking admit it and move on. Like, I am tired of all these people being like, oh, she does so well. Every day she does her routine. She has her routine. I'm like, her routine is you put her in a chair
and she sits there
feed her and give her a plate. And then you turn the TV on and that's her day. Like, that's not really a routine. And it's not really, she's not really enjoying life.
And I think it's
but you want to convince yourself because you'll feel better about it, Linda. Like, it's not like.
And Linda, you're also now putting on TikTok, which is interesting because you're like demented parents are like on TikTok and they're like, you're at home. And it's like so depressing. I'm like, I get it. You're trying to show that side. Like, I get it. You're like, but like now it's kind of stupid.
It's dumb.
It's been done already, honey. So stop taping your Alzheimer's. Speaking of, Bruce Willis is now unable to speak. They just announced.
Oh, really? Unable to speak.
He's not communicative.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what's going on.
So he's this, right? I mean, is that he can't do any?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But what if he's so there?
No. Normally, once that part goes,
no. But what if you are still there though, but you just can't say something or move? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Almost like
locked in syndrome, where you can only move your eyeballs.
That freaks me. I can't even go there.
You're like,
oh my God, I can't. That gives me.
And it's like, are you rolling your eyes at me, sir? And you're like, no, I'm screaming, help me, kill me.
I'm literally blinking to help me.
You're like, kill me, kill me, and
or
then we're
set
like,
me up so I can at least watch
funny boy.
Oh my God.
That's what would happen.
Like, at least sit me up. And let me see a TV. Go ahead, put me in front of the TV. That's my routine because I can hear.
He needs his AI porn put on. Put it on.
Yeah, can you? Oh, God. I was writing all kinds of shit AI porn. Did we talk about it yet?
No, I want to talk about this.
So I discovered AI porn, and it's like a thing now that I really kind of turned me on to think, like, whatever fantasy that I have, you can just type in. So if it's like, I want peanut butter on an asshole, which is disgusting, but I'm just saying, get an example of something you might want.
You can type it in. You might actually want that.
No, I'll tell you right now, if somebody was like, I have some peanut butter in my hole, I want you to eat it.
Oh, God. And there's like a hair in the peanut butter and they separate the cheeks and it's like sticking.
The minute you separate the cheeks, I'm going to go,
it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Especially if it's chunky. Is that
peanut?
Is that a piece of corn? No, it's a peanut.
My God. If I don't even think if I knew that was something you have done.
I could not.
I don't even think I'd be your friend anymore. I have rolled a Nutella, but I didn't put it in my asshole and have somebody lick it out. Like, even as the receiver of the licking, I'd be grossed out. I'd be like, this is weird.
I don't want you licking my peanut butter hole. I just don't. Even sitting there with it there would feel like poop. So I just
that's
can't.
The name of the.
Did I shart? I don't want you licking my peanut butter hole.
Right. Like, I just feel like there's a lot that can happen in a small window, and
one wet fart and you've got a Buckeye.
One cum fart later, and one cum fart later. You
it's
have
a marshmallow.
You have Cadbury eggs. So that's. But anyway, AI porn is a thing. So I think it's kind of hot. I'm working on it though. I'm trying to. I'm on a wait list for the best one. I think. But I tried it
because I'm reading about deepfakes.
I tried it. We can try it. You want to try
one?
Let's try it.
I want to try one.
I'm gonna put large veiny cocks.
Okay. No wonder they're ugly.
No, it's weird though. Like, it doesn't.
Okay, good. I was like,
wait. I wonder if this is one that blocked me. Actually, oh, maybe not. Let me see. This can take up to a minute. I think this is one I was like, this is not good.
Like, literally.
Like, that one's sorta, but look at that. Like,
yeah, that doesn't look right.
I mean, but it's kind of.
Why are there women in it?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh God, gross.
I mean,
okay, so yeah, we need to fix that.
We got to work on it a little bit. I just put in naked men, and this is what came out. Okay, but the penises are weird. Like, but they're like
I don't want to zoom in and jerk off to it.
They're like, but it's hot though too. But like,
it is kind of hot if you don't.
Imagine if this was
don't focus
good penises though. You know what I mean?
Oh, it'd be perfect. Yeah.
But that's what I've gotten into. I'm like, oh my God. So you can type in I
want to create things. I would be like, she ate over a restaurant.
She ate sign.
Yes.
She ate billboard.
Yes.
Over a unicorn farm.
Yes. Oh my God.
I went to AWOL on Saturday.
Okay.
It was underbear.
What's that?
I guess a bunch of bears getting their underwear.
Oh, okay.
So, but I didn't. I was just whatever.
Were you in your underwear?
No. But Halloween has already started.
Why?
I don't fucking know. They were twinks.
We have 2 weekends.
Right. So this was last weekend. Yes.
So 3 weekends before.
I mean, I'm talking almost everybody came in a costume. I'm like, this is fucking lame. I can't. So I just had to make a note of that I wrote, okay, I hate Halloween, and this year it's worse because people are dressing up 2 weeks before Halloween.
The whole concept of costumes to me, I think we should have left it when we were kids.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's become more adult. Do you feel that way?
Annoying. Wait, what do you mean by adult?
Don't you feel like our generation is just really stupid? We're like the Disney gays and the Disney people.
Oh yeah.
We're the adults
and
that
we
can't
love
grow
Halloween.
up. Is it because of 9/11?
I think so. Millennials cannot.
It's probably 9/11.
Yeah, because we were in high school and
the world ended.
Boom. Basically. Or 8th grade or close to that.
Why can't you afford a house? She ate, babe.
Babe, she ate.
If you join our Patreon, we can make you a special image.
Yeah.
Just give us the prompt and we'll make it. Yeah, so Halloween's already started.
Now you've seen my front yard. I go all out for Halloween.
I know, but it's one thing to do the house.
But here's the thing: I have no costume planned.
But it's one thing to decorate your house. That's fun for kids. That's the kids can see it. But you're out drinking at midnight and
in a bar where people get fucked on the dance floor,
right? And you have balloons that are blown up, and you're the old man from Up, but you're a female.
Oh no!
This is a gay bar and it's underbear. What are we doing? And you paid a cover to get in? What are you doing? What are you doing?
This is the problem. Is AWOL is once again just like all the other gay bars. It's turning into Axis Union. It's becoming straight. It's just the mixture is off.
They're eating
everything.
They have a line every.
They
have a line every weekend now.
That's terrible. It should not be like that.
No, it's AWOL, girl. Because the fire marshal will come and close it down if it's
I can't. Like,
Did
we
you
can't go
also
anywhere.
know
We can't go anywhere.
that when you pay for a tab, when you pay for cover with a card, that they open a tab for you?
No.
Apparently they do, and if you never use it, then it just like charges just for the entry. But you can then be like, oh, I have a tab. Isn't that shady as fuck?
That's shady.
Shady, honey. I'm not going to give you a 20% tip because I didn't close out my tab that I didn't know was open.
Yeah, like that's fucked up.
Do you have a sundry?
I do have a sundry.
Okay.
So I'm walking around in New Jersey on Sunday at this Adams Festival. It's a blast. It's fun. We're heading home though for our like afternoon dinner at 3 p.m. because you eat so much, you have to have second dinner later, which we did.
Yeah, like at 9.
So we go to Trader Joe's to pick up some last minute things, mainly alcohol for me and Sabrine.
Because why not?
So we get a little basket. We've collected things. You know, we have enough that it's like you need 1 or 2 bags, probably 2, because it's like wine and beer. Go check out. The cashier scans everything and puts all the ingredients that we bought back on this little table where we've had the basket. And I'm like, okay. So then she hands me the receipt and I'm just like looking at her. And then she's like, need anything? I'm like, a bag?
We don't provide bags.
For 3 years, apparently, New Jersey does not provide bags at grocery stores. You have to have your own bags.
You can't buy one?
So then we bought one, but it was like, you know, $2 for a bag. I'm like, $2? Like 25 cents maybe for a paper bag? Like, so I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I get the point of this, but I'm not from here. I don't
worry about the wrong things, people.
I'm like, I don't travel around with my to-go bags for a grocery store. I'm traveling. Like, I'm not from here. I know.
Sorry.
That's the thing is there's things like that. So that's my sundry is like always provide bags, even for like 5 cents. I think at like Giant Eagle, they're like this
like
too.
they do that at Aldi, I think.
But it's like 5 cents. It's like whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Add 4 bags to my tab. Or
my tab.
You know, it's like,
well, I'm at Walgreens.
Here's a quarter. Give me 5 bags. Like,
well, that's like Aldi in the quarter when you have to put your fucking cart in.
Literally.
It's so weird.
It's like little things like that where you're like, maybe I do just want to pay extra at these bigger places.
Maybe I just want to go somewhere and never see anybody again.
Because I want it to be convenient. I'm sorry, but like I will always pay for convenience.
Well, that's a funny thing because
I will always.
We'll pay $90 when we can go. It's 5 minutes up the road to pick up something. We'll pay $90.
Like you pay $25 for parking. You could have walked from somewhere in Short North to be cheaper.
Right.
But why? It's like 25. You're like,
right, we're here.
We're here.
We didn't
That's
know
how I
it was
feel
much,
with everything. I'm like, all right,
it.
upgrade.
Fuck it, we're here.
Like I flew first class to New Jersey because I don't want to measure my fucking bag. And as soon as I got to Columbus Airport, I like put the bag on. It's 54 pounds. She's like, it's 54. You're gonna have to remove 4 pounds. I said, no, I don't. And she looked at me like I was crazy because I was like, no, I don't. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm priority. She's like, oh, sorry.
Oh, so if you're priority, you don't have a weight limit?
No, bitch. You go up to 70 pounds. I always fly priority for that reason because I don't want to bring 2 fucking bags.
Wow.
And I'm not measuring my weight on my bag. Like, that's insane to me.
Like,
I was 54 pounds because I brought gifts for Sabrine's family. Why do I have to pay?
Right. And it's 4 pounds.
Yes, exactly.
Girl, do you want me to put it in my pussy?
The same thing happened going to Portugal. Like, on the way back, the Portuguese airport, people were like, your bag's too heavy. It's over this many kilos.
I'm priority.
And I looked at them. I was like, why don't you try printing the bag tag? So she like pressed a button and she's like, I don't know, it printed. I'm like, cause we're priority. It's worth the upgrade for that alone.
I'm just
it was $200 a bag for an overweight bag. $200. And I was like, what? I'm not paying that. So yeah. So just upgrade to first class if it's $200 a bag.
Well, I was gonna say that's
the cost of an upgrade.
I'm so over it. I just
it's just things like that. Like I will pay for convenience because I don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Well, it's just everything's become bullshit.
And it's a lot of bullshit out there right now.
Tons.
You should be able to get bags at your grocery store. No offense.
Period.
But your sundry. Oh no, here we are.
No, I mean my sundry is really simple. If you have a dog, you're gonna know. But like when you have a dog that's active and they have surgery, it really is very tough to be that parent.
Yeah.
Because you have to put them in a pen and drug them so they don't move. And just watch them, and then put a cone on them so they don't lick their wounds. And they literally can do nothing for 2 weeks now. Like literally, she's just sat there with a cone and fucked up.
I'm like,
so sad. She's
like,
and
animals love to run
when you can't explain to them. Like, so I keep trying to explain, but they're like, she's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, it's okay, your leg, because she knows her leg. I mean, she does.
When you say like, how's your leg?
So yeah, she knows the leg. She
shows you her leg.
So,
what happened this weekend?
So we've been taking her out with just the collar because she's been fine. Like she's usually drugged up when we take her out, so it's like usually it doesn't matter.
Just goes out and pees.
So totally just walking her out, and she got a little jolt. And when they get zoomies, like
Oh, it's happening. It's like that.
They can't stop.
Yeah.
So I tightened the leash a little bit because I'm like, I need a short leash just so she doesn't try to take off and like at least get a couple steps in before because I don't want her to put pressure on this leg.
Yeah.
This bitch feels me put pressure on the leash, and it was just tight enough to where she then pulled her head out and sprinted it was I've never seen something look so free in my life.
She's like, wee!
I mean, if you could hear her talk, she'd be like, oh my God, I'm fucking furry. And
so she's sprinting around.
Mind you, this is day 11 from surgery where they break her bone and then put it all back together. I'm like,
and like create a new tendon or something.
Yeah, everything's like, it's crazy.
Fuck.
So then I'm like, oh my God. So I'm screaming in the backyard like a fucking psychopath. Like, first of all, I'm surprised nobody called the police. So I'm like, no, get over here. No. And I'm like, oh my God, she's not listening. I'm screaming bloody murder. So I'm like, let's get some cheese. She runs in the house, sprints in the house. I'm like, okay, she's in. So hopefully she'll calm down. So she sprints, jumps on the couch. So I go over to her and she
does the play like,
and so then I like kind of did this with her, and then she kind of, and I go, hey, and she kind of like backed up, and then I grabbed her so fucking hard on her tuff. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, we grabbed the tuff.
And I go, I picked her up like I scooped her up and I put her in the pen. I go, absolutely fucking not. I was shaking. I was so mad.
Well, because you're watching her do that, and at any moment that bone could just snap, and you're like,
right,
that's
like
your fault, even though it's not.
Right.
But it's like she
doesn't know.
She has no idea that she could literally snap her leg and need new surgery.
Because she can put pressure on it now. Like, it's not like it's, I mean, but like also, we don't need you running and jumping on stairs. Like, hi. So I was very stressed out. I was actually like mad at her. Like, I was legit mad at her. I was like, I don't like you right now.
I was like, wait a minute. Why don't they put it in a cast, but they don't want to?
No, they got to it's actually a really
they have to let it bend a little bit.
Healing. Like faster than some other surgery, but like it's a long recovery. We're on week 2.
Jesus.
We're at 2 weeks tomorrow, and we have 8 weeks. So happy holidays.
That's wild.
Now, make sure you give us a call, 614-721-5336.
614-531.
I think I did just slur.
I was like, what's
I'm
that?
like a little tired. I think I'm having like a little narcolepsy moment.
Yes.
It's the weed. It's the
weather.
It's the heat.
It's the heat.
It's hotter than fucking here. So, but subscribe, tell your friends, and we love you so fucking much. And we'll see you next week. And we're going to have more stories because we're going out to the hockey game on Friday, right?
Oh, yeah. Friday night.
Let me tell you.
I can't wait.
I had marks on my leg, though, from the seats.
Everything we do together is just terrible seating? Like, I can't.
No, this is America. And I'm telling you, you're not
what?
like, I mean, I was like, oh my.
No, last time I went to a hockey game, like a year and a half, 2 years, I was like, I did not fit. I was trying to eat, and I was like this with the pretzel. I was like,
nope. You sit like this the whole time, and you're like, why am I? So not only my sides smashed in the fucking chair, my front also hits the chair in front of me. So I'm just like this.
We need to get club level next time. I'll find out how to get a table. We need a table.
We need to just like sneak up there.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, everybody have a great week.
Everyone have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
I forgot it. I was like,
I know we're like middle.
Is it muted, please?